Dear Anthony, I hope you're practicing out there. I hope all of you are practicing out there. So this time out, I want to talk to you about something very important that I touched on probably in the first episode of this series, but it really needs an episode unto its own, and it's not even going to take long. That is collaboration. Why is collaboration important? Well, I'll give you an example. I have this friend, Kirby, here in Nashville, Kirby Shellstad. Amazing drummer, amazing musician, composer, fantastic, right? So I asked him to do some stuff for me. He asked me to come over his house to check it out. Checked it out. Blew my mind. But specifically for someone like me who's really into reverb, I was listening to the reverb. I'm like, what do you got going there? That sounds amazing. Like, tell me what that is. And he's like, oh, yeah, I got this and that and the other thing. And I'm like, wow, that sounds awesome. I got to try that sometime. Fast forward a few weeks later, I was calling him about something on the session today. And he's like, well, what do you do? And I said, oh, I'm playing with my modular rig and VCV racks. And he's like, what's VCV racks? And I said, oh, it's this online resource where you can do modular effects, modular synths virtually, right? Virtual control racks. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's free, or most of it's free, like 90% of it's free. And the paid modules aren't that expensive, and you're virtually endless. You know, you can just do it till you run out of DSP, really. So you can. He goes, wait a minute, you can do modular stuff virtually, and anyway. So I spent the next hour on the phone sending him to the VCVracks.com and helping getting them started and sending him some patches that I've done, and his mind was blown, right? Because I knew that this would be something that he would be into. So, sharing and collaboration, you can't do it on your own, right? Like, I sit here and mix and record all day. You know that, right? This is what I do. It's my life. It's my living. And still, I learn more and get better when I work with other people. You get ideas. You get techniques. You get inspired. You get pushed by other people and their ideas and backgrounds and tendencies and what they've learned before you've crossed their path, and vice versa. It's very, very important to collaborate. Nothing in this business, like, okay, you could be Prince recording everything in your basement, and it could be great. But there's only one Prince, and I've heard many, many people who think they're Prince, not even trying to do the same thing, just one man, one woman things, and they're not as good. They're just not. So there's one Prince. Two, how do we know it wouldn't have been better with other people? Even Prince worked with other people and had a band that he cared about and trusted and brought in for some stuff. Because what happens between musicians in a room when you're sharing ideas and how your feelings, really, how you feel about what you're doing and what you're playing, and your sensibilities to that cannot be replaced. It can't. There's just no way. And you're going to learn things, they're going to learn things, and then, maybe they're not the right person for you to collaborate a second, third, or more times, and vice versa. That happens too. But you don't find out until you share and experience it and bounce off another creative person. I can't think of another business more than music, that's necessary, because my approach, my experience, the platform that I came up on, what I used it for, because don't we all use our knowledge to get where we think we want to go with what we're creating, right? But there's more out there. And other people have that experience and knowledge and platform. And just by learning small things, techniques, the way they use reverb, I don't know, anything is important and makes us all better. So you need to collaborate. You can't do it all on your own. You can't do it in your bedroom. You can only go so far. You can do a lot, but you can only go so far. You need other people with the experience, the know-how, the technique to push you further and take you to the next level. Trust me, you will get bounties from this of letting yourself take down those blinds and get in and work with people out of your comfort zone. And you might find your next best friend. You might find your next big collaborator. You might find your next hit song out of it. You just don't know. Not everything works, like I said, but you will learn something, even if it's only, I don't want to do that again. All right? All right. Questions, comments? See you next time.